Your quarrel is not with me, Minx. It's with the man who cost you the house in the first place. You speak to your grandson.
Is that all you have to say?
The house is mine now.
Mother!
What have you done?
I took that gun away from you. What's going on? I thought I heard Cece.
You did it. You just stood there and blasted him. I did. I really did it.
What was that?
What?
Over there, didn't it sound like a shot?
I didn't hear anything?
Yeah, in the vicinity of the Lockridge house. I think I better go check it out.
You're that desperate to get rid of me.
No, I'm not desperate, Eden.
You can just tell me if you don't want to go through with our plan.
Excuse me, with your plan?
You have to think of this as an assignment, just like anything else. It's the best way to force Kirk's hand, and you know it.
You think this is simple. It's not. We can very easily make it look like we're having an affair, but that doesn't guarantee when or even if he'll take the bait. Suppose we do make a nice trail and he follows it. Maybe he gets there, gets cold feet, and doesn't do anything. Meanwhile, we're all set up with back up in the whole bit and nothing happens. We gotta set the whole thing up again, maybe who knows how many times. It'd get very complicated.
I don't think we're going to have to do that. He's furious enough already to try something. All we need to do is find us in a suspicious situation.
Yes, he's furious, and you're living in the same house with him. This whole situation is utterly insane.
You and I both said that he's not going to do anything to me, man. He's confined in bed. He's not strong enough to hurt me yet.
Can't even stay away from each other. They won't even try. Whatever we do, we can't afford to underestimate him. If he smells a trap, there's no telling what it could.
That's why we have to be obvious without being too obvious. We have to pretend like we're trying our best to keep the affair a secret. Just do me a favor and please think about it. I'm Harry. Hi.
Oh, it's okay, Mary. I was just leaving. I need time to think about this.
Sure.
You be careful tonight. And you call me if there's any kind of problem.
I'm counting on you.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Cruz.
It's getting awfully chilly out here, isn't it? You coming in?
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'll go up and check.
Hi.
Hi, Mason. I'm just on the graveyard shift here.
Doing what? It looks like Eden's taking care of Kirk.
Well, it's sort of like sentry duty, I guess. I'm just here in case there's an emergency. What's your excuse?
Oh, just scrounging up some old law books. This David Laurent case is going to exhaust a lot of precedents.
Not to mention exhausting you. What are you doing research this late?
If you can work all night, so can I.
Yeah, but I'm used to it.
That may be, but your husband isn't. Surprised Mark doesn't object.
Eden? Where have you been?
You scared me. I thought you were asleep.
I must have dozed off just before I heard you come in. Before that, I was just lying here wondering where you could possibly be at this time of night.
How did this get broken?
I don't know, Eden. Why don't you just answer my question? You know, One minute you're here, you're making phone calls to my nurse about sleeping pills. The next thing I know, you're gone. For I don't know how long. What's going on?
I was at the Orient Express. They called me. They were short on help, and I went to go help out. Let me change and...
I don't want you so far away from me this time, Eden. I want you here, in bed with me.
You know, your doctors would think you're crazy.
I just want to feel your body next to me, Eden. I just want to hold you. Don't you want the same?
Well, of course I do, but we have to be patient. You have to get well. Besides, I think I'm coming down with something, and the last thing I would want is for you to get it.
What's wrong?
Well, I've been feeling kind of achy and warm, and a lot of people at the Orient Express have gotten the flu lately, and I mean, I wouldn't want you to get it. I'll tell you what, I'll call Mary, and we'll get her opinion, okay? Just take a minute. Mary, hi, this is Eden. I just wanted to know if you could come in my room for a second. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Thanks.
I don't need Mary. I need you.
Okay, all right, just take it easy. Take it easy.
Damn woman.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
What? Not that way.
Oh, okay.
I got you. Where is she? She got me while I was turning around. How could you shoot me in the back?
Well, it wasn't exactly the back, was it, Cece?
I don't think you're going to be sitting down for a while. Is there a particular doctor you want me to call or get an ambulance?
Ambulance, don't be ridiculous. Get a doctor for her. Get the white coat for her and put her away.
It was only birdshot, Cece. Don't be such a coward.
Frankly, I'm surprised that old relic even worked.
Works fine, Lionel. It works fine. I might even have scars because of it. What is wrong with you people? You go around here waving guns like it's high noon or something. You shrug your shoulders and call it only birdshot? Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's assault with a deadly weapon. And I'm pressing charges against you and you and you.
Well, then Minx will just have to plead self-defense, won't she?
Self-defense for what? I wasn't even armed.
Yes, you were. Those papers were the deadliest weapon you could have come in here with. Trying to take a woman's possession away from her. The only thing she really cherishes, that's the crime here. She was just trying to defend herself.
It's not even... It's not her house anymore. You know what I was going to do before? I was going to let her stay here. I was going to let her be a 10 with all her possessions, all her belongings. I was feeling sorry for her. Well, you can bet your... No, you can bet my behind that offer's now rescinded.
Well, I wouldn't have taken it anyway. I'd rather sleep on a bench in the park than have you for a landlord.
You tell him.
Oh, you are. You're all animals. I want you out of my house. Get out.
We are going, Cece. I'm just loading the last suitcase in the car.
Yeah, make sure you load her in it, too.
Look, Cece, you got to see a doctor. Come on.
No, I don't have to sit.
Go home, Cece. Call a doctor. You have my word that we will be out of here in 10 minutes, including my mother.
Your word better be good, because I'm sending somebody over to force you out if it's not.
I'm taking you
Won't be
home.
necessary.
Oh, you missed the fireworks, Warren. You made a fool of yourself before. Now the whole family's getting into the act.
What happened?
Your grandmother just expressed her distaste for the new owner. Unfortunately, her aim was a little low.
You mistake me, Grandma.
That's not possible.
Because of me that you're losing your home, the only home you've ever known. How can you forgive me?
You're not the only one to blame, darling.
Trying to stop gambling. I couldn't. Mom and Dad tried to help me out, but I was too angry to let them. I never thought anything like this. Never expected this would happen. To look around and see we can't even come back here again. How could I have let it happen?
No, Warren. The truth is that we all let it happen. In different ways, we each of us have taken steps that have brought us here to this sad moment.
Maybe together we can get it back. We can get back what's ours someday. Well, C.C. Capwell owns our house now. Warren, if you hear me,
I'm telling you, my son, that we will come back to this house one day. We will come back to this house, and it will be ours.
Daddy, what happened? Are you hurt?
Yes, I may hurt. I have been shot.
Shot? What happened?
Minx filled him full of birdshot. He'll be all right. Perhaps you better call your family doctor.
What's all this?
He's been shot by Minx Lockridge.
Dan, you better sit down.
No, he can't. That's where she got him.
Mason, I dare you.
You must be in considerable pain.
Mason, I think you should go up and get Mary. Daddy needs her more than Kirk does right now.
We're leaning on something.
I'll get something for you. You'll be okay. Here, is there anything I can get you in the meantime?
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Brick, would you please get on the phone, please, and call the police? I want an arrest warrant sent out for Minx Lockridge. She's a menace to society. What are you waiting for? I thought you'd be very happy to get even with her after all the things she's done to you.
Look, what Minx did to me years ago has nothing to do with what happened tonight. In fact, tonight I think the lady had plenty of provocation. She tried to kill me. Well, what did you expect? You were trying to take her home away. You might as well try to kill her.
I didn't take her home away. Her grandson lost it.
Come on, Cece. Seems to me you could have just dealt with Warren. Instead, you made a concerted effort to demoralize the entire family. Then you get your nose out of joint because they finally decided not to lie down and let you dance.
Just one
Wait
minute.
a second. As far as I'm concerned, Minx was just taking care of business. Because when a thief comes into your house to rob you, you do what's necessary to get him out.
Rick, I imagine I can assume you are not interested in your job anymore. Because as of this
Just
moment...
save it. All right? Because I quit.
C.C. Mason told me what happened. The first thing to do is to get you off your feet.
Mary, if you would look closely, you can see that sitting down would not be very creative.
All right, I understand that, but you can lie down because the doctor's going to have to remove whatever shot is embedded in your skin. Eden, Mark is at the guest house. Would you get him?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
Eden's making herself useful. Isn't there something I can do?
Yes, Mason, there is.
What?
Wipe that smile off your face.
Mother says it's true, Warren. We all had a part in it.
No, Dad. I have to take responsibility for this.
Yes. Yes, you do. For the most part. But your mother and I share some of that responsibility. We made some blunders during the divorce. We could have tried to reassure you more than we did.
We should have told you things wouldn't change, like how much we love you.
It's ironic, Warren. We're all standing here supposedly disenfranchised, and I feel more secure at this moment than I've ever felt in my life.
I know I have no right to be included in this.
Of course you do. You have every right.
And I know that I came into this family late, but I still have a very big stake in what happens to it.
You proved that tonight, Augusta. Thank you.
You're right. There's a kind of magic in this house right now. I hope we never lose that.
We won't. It doesn't come from this house. It comes from us. Who knows? Maybe it took something special like this to make us all realize how close we are, huh?
Yeah. Hope you're serious about getting this place back.
Of course he's serious. And if he isn't, I am.
Bet I'm serious. Let me tell you something, Mother, and you listen. Come here. We're gonna get this house back. The next time that we step foot in this house, it's gonna be ours.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Did Cece send you back to get us?
Actually, I'd like to speak to Minx for a moment if I could.
I'll go finish moving stuff to the car.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Did Cece send you over to tell me that the police are on their way?
Cece doesn't send me anywhere I don't want to go. I make my own decisions, Minx.
I know you do.
And I don't take it too well when someone tries to interfere in my life.
I'd give anything if I could take back what I did to you, Brick.
You know, what happened to you tonight? It's exactly how I felt when I found out who I really was. It's like somebody coming in and telling you that the life that you lived is no longer valid and giving you nowhere to go in its place.
Lonely feeling. Having no place to go.
No place to belong.
Then I'm sorry for both of us.
Well, I've got Amy and Johnny, and you have Lionel and the rest of the family. I'm sure you'll find another place to live someplace else.
Well, we're ready to go, Mother.
Where?
Well, actually, Warren reminded me that we still have a boat, so maybe we'll camp out there.
No, you know that makes me dizzy.
Oh, to tell you the truth, Mother, I had forgotten. What about a hotel?
I don't think you can have much luck at this hour with a hotel.
All right, well, you can stay with some of your friends, the Abercrombies, the Wolves.
Oh, I would not do that to them. One doesn't just drop in at the Abercrombies or the Wolves.
Well, of course. How stupid. How about, you sure you won't change your mind about the boat?
No! I'd rather sleep in the car.
Well, you certainly will not sleep in any car. You're going to stay home with me.
What?
And I'm not going to take no for an answer. Let's go.
Freak.
What?
After all I've put you through, to think that you would open your arms and your heart to me.
You'd better hurry up before I change my mind.
How's it going?
Almost finished, but your dad's going to be a little sore for a while.
Oh, well, so what? Right, Dad? I mean, what's a little pain in the behind compared to the privilege of seeing the Lockridges reduced to rubble?
Mason, please stop.
I'm sorry, it's just that I can't imagine the idea of my father being cowed by Minx Lockridge. It's got my imagination working overtime.
I wasn't cowed, Mason. I simply made the mistake of trying to reason with that woman.
While you were reasoning with her, you just happened to turn your back and hot-footed in the other direction. No reason to assume you were running away.
Mason, just leave me alone. Would you please?
Mary, could you move that light over here, please?
What's the matter?
There's nothing the matter. Don't move. Just a little primitive trying to work with this equipment. If you'd let me take you to the hospital...
That's the question. You're doing fine. Stay with it.
Yeah, Doctor, the last thing my father wants is to check into hospital. I mean, if the press found out that C.C. Capwell was on the roster, there'd be questions, and what would we tell him? He was wounded in the southeastern portion of the anatomy in a death-defying duel by a woman old enough to be his mother.
Mason, I think your father's in enough discomfort without you adding to it.
Mason, get out! Get out, Mason. Get out!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your rears.
Okay, all right. All right, that's all right. I think that's all of them now. Mary, you can go ahead. I can finish this up.
Eden, your father's going to be just fine.
Oh, I know he'll be fine.
Well, is it Kirk you're worried about? And why is it that you were so anxious not to sleep in the same room with him tonight?
Oh, I'm not feeling well.
Eden, you look fine to me.
Mary, please, don't ask me any questions I can't answer.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I should be apologizing. I promise I will explain to you sometime. In the meantime, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know the night nurse, the new one that's taking care of Kirk? What's her name?
Grace Morgan?
Morgan. It's not Sanchez?
No, it's Grace Morgan.
You know I wasn't talking to her.
Eden?
I'll be right back.
Hello?
Cruz, I'm sorry to call you so late.
What happened?
Well, you remember when I called you and I pretended like I was talking to Kirk's nurse?
Yeah.
Well, I think that he knows that I wasn't talking to the nurse.
Because when I went to go look at the name in the book, he gave me a fake name to see what I would do.
Eden, I told you we couldn't afford to underestimate
I know that, but I think that he knows that I was talking to you, and I think that he saw us talking when we were outside from the window.
I thought he couldn't get out of bed yet.
I know that, but see, there was this broken vase, and the only way it could have been broken is if he did it, so
Obviously, he knows that we're seeing each other secretly. I think that we should just do this thing and bring it to a head.
Okay, now wait a second. I need time to think
There
about
is no
this.
Time, it's already happening. We've just got
to go with it.
What are you talking about? It's already happening.
He's
walking around now. I think that we need to get him to follow me and just get this thing done and over with.
Eden, this is madness. The man tried to kill you. You can't
Look,
just
I'm going
jump.
to the family's cabana at the beach. I'm going to make it be known that I'm going to be there, so Kirk will follow me. I want you to meet me there.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna do something about this. I'm not just gonna...
Sit around and wait for something to happen. Now, you can meet me there or not, or I'm going.
Well, this is the last one.
That's what you said an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. I think my closet's a bottomless pit. I don't know how I'm going to get all these suitcases on the boat without sinking.
You're not really going to sleep on the yacht, are you?
Oh, I may go down there and find a sign from CC saying it's his now. I'm going to try.
I guess I'm lucky that I have a bed I can call my own.
Yeah. I'm very glad that one of us came out of this with something.
I would have given everything up for Warren if I had to.
Oh, I know. And Warren knows, too. How do you do it?
What?
Say goodbye. Is it easy for you?
Oh, well, I pretended it was. But then, when it was time to leave, all the memories popped out of all the corners, so I just closed my eyes and walked fast.
I don't think I can do that. I used to roller skate upstairs, you know that? Look, I used to fly these things around, build these things. Found this in the basement when I was cleaning up.
When did you make that?
Oh, back around the time of the Civil War. You know? I used to make insignias on the wings and drive my mother crazy, whizzing around the guests' heads.
I can just see you.
How do I let go of this?
I don't think you should be alone tonight.
I'll be okay.
No, you will eventually, but tonight I think you really should come back to the hotel with me. Julia's in San Francisco. We have a very comfortable couch.
Okay. Thanks.
Just being practical.
Yeah.
See, if you come with me, then I'll know where you are. Otherwise, I know you. You'll come back here for another sentimental journey and probably get shot.
You're absolutely right. Let's go. Come on. Excuse me. Oh, wait.
With you? Are you insane? Mary could be back in here any minute. What do you want?
Just money.
Money? Why does it seem like all I ever do is write checks for you and your friends?
By the way, my friend really appreciated that payment. But I'm going to have to look for a new place to live. And I certainly don't want to hole up in some dump like the motel room I was in before.
Yeah, well, I'm real sorry, but I haven't exactly had a lot of time to get down to the bank. You know, I don't think there's that much money in my account.
Not enough to pay for a decent hotel room for a week?
I'm afraid not, Gina.
Well, Kirk, I guess we're at a stalemate then.
I guess we are.
You know, it certainly would be a shame if I would have to play that tape to people now. I mean, after all, you're on the road to recovery. It would be tragic if you had to go to jail at this point.
I don't have the money, Gina. I do, however, have an idea that might work.
What?
There's a wonderful place that you could stay, better than any hotel.
Where?
The Lockridge House. CC just acquired it in some kind of a weird deal. I don't know what it was, but from what I understand, he's not going to do anything with it. It's going to remain empty.
Lockridge Mansion? Oh, that place is beautiful.
That's right, Gina. It could all be yours. But I just have one favor to ask, all right?
What?
I've been thinking a lot about an alibi for myself for the night at the boathouse.
What do you need an alibi for? I'm the one who needs a story.
Yeah, well, Eden's been acting very strange around me lately. I think she's beginning to wonder if I had something to do with the attempt on her life.
Oh. Guess you do have trouble then. What's your alibi?
I want you to contact a jeweler. Find one for me who would say that he was with me that night, who would say that he was working with me, designing a piece of jewelry, a gift for Eden. Can you find somebody?
For the right price.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to pay whatever it takes.
Well, then you better beef up your bank account, Kirk.
I will. Tomorrow, Gina, I will. Right now, you just find this guy. And then I want you to find a piece of jewelry, a unique piece of jewelry. Buy it, send it here to the house for me.
Not bad, Kirk. I have to give you credit.
Thank you very much. I do need this all by tomorrow night, so you have your work cut out for you.
Well, I guess I'll go back to my mansion and get some rest then.
Yeah, I overheard Cece say that the key was downstairs on the hallway.
Don't worry. I'll find it.
I hope this means that you'll stop holding this tape over my head. It makes me angry when you keep bringing it up.
It's my ace in the hole, Kirk. I just wish you'd stop forcing me to remind you about it.
Yeah, well, you just make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Don't worry. It won't. Sweet dreams.
When you get over there, signal me somehow. Flash the lights or something, just so I know you got there safe and sound.
Oh, Kirk. I didn't know you cared.
What are you doing?
Huh? Watching the lights go out at last.
Where?
Lionel and Augusta have seen fit to vacate. An hour later than they said. But that is Lionel for you. Never could keep a bargain.
Must be hard for him to leave his house after all these years.
Eden, please don't get melodramatic on me now. I came out that house fair and square.
No, I don't know about fair.
Eden.
Look, I know you tried to explain this to me. But all I keep thinking about is poor Minx Lockridge. She was so desperate she would do something that would throw her in jail for the rest of her life. She didn't care.
Honey, don't make Minx Lockridge out a frail little creature. She's done a lot worse than this in her time.
Daddy, you can't justify this. You've gone too far.
You know, I expected judgmental reviews from Mason, but not from you. I thought you'd understand.
Not anymore.
Eden, don't say that.
Daddy, it's true. Ever since you've gotten well, you see fit to see the world as your adversary. Instead of being grateful for life, all you recognize are the disappointments. And then you demand that life apologize to you for letting you down. You invent contests and games so that you can win to counterbalance the times you've lost. Getting the Lockridge house isn't going to cancel out anything because it's not enough. Getting back at Mom and making her pay you back isn't enough. It's only a matter of time before I disappoint you and you turn your resentment on me.
Don't you ever say that. Don't you ever say that. I would never do anything to hurt you.
When someone displeases you, you simply throw them away. You do it to Mason, you do it to Mama. If Ted keeps standing up to you, you'll do it to him.
I believe this is my daughter talking to me this way.
You've always been uncompromising, Daddy. I used to admire it, but it's out of control.
Whatever I've done to preserve my family, Eden. Mason and your mother, they were poisonous to us, but by their disloyalty, by their dishonesty, I had to protect us. Lionel was the same kind of threat.
Years ago. He's no threat to you. Anybody can see that. But you still pick on him. And the members of his family who've never harmed you. Makes me ashamed.
Eden, please.
I mean it. I used to think I knew who you were. But when you do something like you did tonight, I'm not sure I want to.
Glad you came back.
Why did you call? Unless it was to cause more trouble.
I want you to reconsider about your job.
What do you mean?
I want you to continue to work at the casino.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. You're very valuable to me. I don't want to lose you.
And what do I do in return? What am I supposed to do?
Same good work you've been doing.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be asking me to work against the Lockridges, right? You've done just about everything there is to do to them.
Well, I would think you'd be able to take a little pleasure in that, even though you might deny it. I mean, after all, Lionel and Augusta did try to railroad you on some trumped-up embezzlement charges.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I would think you'd want to enjoy that and get even with them a little bit, wouldn't you? Make them suffer like you did.
It's not how I get my kicks. You know what's sad? I don't think you get your kicks that way either.
Don't presume to speak for me, please.
Cece, I just don't see a lot of celebrating going on here tonight. In fact, I don't think there's one member of your family that supported you in this latest move.
I didn't
right?
ask for their support.
Well,
None of your business.
Well, let me tell you how I see it. If your own family is not going to be behind you, don't ask me to pick up the slack because I don't respect you. I don't even like what you represent.
Let me ask you a question, Bree. Do you really have the luxury to refuse the best paying job in this town? Is that what you want for your wife and your child?
What I want from my wife and child is love and respect. How long has it been since you've been able to say you've had either one?
Thank you.
There's another blanket in the closet if you get cold.
Yeah, I'm not going to get cold.
Well, sleep well.
Augusta, I realize you're probably very tired, but would you consider a nightcap?
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't, huh?
No, I don't.
Thanks.
I knew you'd come.
You did, huh? I didn't.
Well, I know it seems kind of sudden.
Sudden, it's insane. This is not the way you go about something like this, Eden.
Well, that's just it. I know Kirk will follow us. And then when he...
What? Turn on the lights and yell surprise and hope it's before he puts a bullet through one of us?
You've done this 100 times. You know what to do.
And what about you, Eden? Have you done it 100 times? No. And when I have done it, it's been with days of preparation and plenty of contingency plans, which is the only way I'm going to agree to go along with this time. We'll make time. This let's have a showdown mentality gets people killed. Now, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it my way.
Which is?
Which is that you will let me lay the groundwork and arrange for a decoy to step in and pretend to be you when push comes to shove. That is the one and only way this plan is going to operate.
Well, how long is that going to take?
How long is it going to take? Don't you... I don't want you to get hurt. Do you understand?
I know. And it's just that I keep thinking Kirk's...
I'm sorry, look. It's still too soon for him to be a threat. I'm sure he couldn't get very far in the condition he's in.
I know you're right.
Did he see you leave tonight?
I think so.
Well, then I suppose we ought to stay here for a while anyway, just to make sure that he didn't follow you.
All right. Well, it is beautiful here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to admit it was an inspired choice. I mean, two people were going to have an affair. Wouldn't they come to a place just like this?
wanted this for so long.
I love you. Still here.
Lawyer's work is never done.
Makes two of us. I better go check on Kirk.
Mary, will you please talk to me? Something's been making you so unhappy for such a long time.
Don't worry about me, Mason. I can't go on like this forever. I'm just going through a period of adjustment.
To what?
Marriage. There are so many things that I just didn't anticipate. Maybe if I'd had more experience in relationships. But I didn't. And sometimes I just get scared.
Well, what are you scared of? I've never been one of Mark's biggest fans, but I always thought that he'd be good to you. Are you afraid of him?
No, I'm not afraid of Mark.
Then what?
I don't want to fail him.
You're both bright, sensitive people. You love each other. No reason for the marriage to fail. You do love each other.
You know, it's not that simple. You don't just vow your love for one another and say, I do. You have to show it.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I can't explain it to me.
You can't or you won't.
There's only so much that I can say without... There are things that just have to stay between Mark and me.
Mason, I thought I asked you to leave a while ago.
I was out doing some research in the library.
Well, why don't you just take your books and leave? No.
He's so subtle.
Well, Mary is, after all, on duty, and your research could be somewhat distracting.
Oh, all right, Dad. I'll take my books and go. You know where to find me.
Thank you.
You know, telling the truth doesn't have to be betrayal. Sometimes it can be a salvation.
Change your mind about the nightcap?
Yeah, I just thought a little brandy might help me sleep.
You did say brandy.
Yes. Oh, you gonna have some?
No, I'm a little lightheaded already. Augusta?
Don't say anything.
I was just gonna tell the truth. You don't mind the truth, do you? I was just thinking of that game we used to play, that Circle of Truth.
Oh, that is the last thing we need is old games.
You don't think we... Oh, games are fun. Here, let me draw this circle. Remember this?
Oh.
That circle, and then you get in. Come on. You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I just think it's silly.
Oh, of course it's silly. All games are silly. You want me to start, or you want to start?
Well, this was your idea.
Yeah, so what? Well, it's just a few questions.
Well, all right. Then you just ask the question.
You want me to touch you? Huh? Okay, just say something. Did you hear the question?
I heard the question. The answer is no.
Well, that almost makes the second question superfluous, which is, have you missed me? Have you missed making love with me?
You're right. The question is superfluous.
And the answer is no.
Why don't I ask you the same question?
Go ahead.
Have you missed me? Have you missed my love?
What do you think?
I think neither of us.
What's the matter?
Just wonder if he's watching us.
He's probably asleep, don't you think?
I hope so.
At least you fix it so you don't have to be in the same room with him. Say, if I had my way, partner, I'd get you out of the country tonight. Listen, it's your idea to go through with this.
It's the only way.
Keep this, will you? Hold on to it. You can get a hold of me anywhere, anytime with it. If he asks what it is, just say you're checking in with work or something.
Thanks. Makes me feel better.
I wish it made me feel better. You be careful, okay?
I will.
Good night.
Cruz?
Yeah.
It's a kind of funny thing.
What?
Well, if Kirk is watching, it wouldn't be right if he just walked away. I mean, that's not how two lovers say goodbye. Is it?